Hello and welcome to this OpenText video regarding the ZENworks Service Desk version 24.2 new release. We'll be discussing features and enhancements. Some of the items in this video are ZENworks' latest features, a feature detailed demonstration, and some documents and references. The first feature enhancement is about the in-place upgrade through the online update channel in the administration console of the appliance. You'll be receiving the ZSD 24.2 enhancements and features as well as the quarterly security patches. We continue to modernize ZENworks Service Desk with the latest Angular and Spring coding. In this release, we've done the manufacturers to give it the most common look and feel between the list as well as the individual manufacturer details. Request bulk edit updates is available in ZENworks Service Desk version 24.2. By going to request groups or incident groups, you can then select multiple requests and do a bulk change to modify those particular requests with common categories. And don't forget about the group attachments and notes can also be sent to each one of those requests through this bulk change. Group link is now in the ticket details. So the groups have been able to be accessed through the request list and now within the individual request details or summary of the request. Reveal all privileges and hover over tooltips. In the privileges of the ZENworks Service Desk administration, we now have revealed all the available options for configuration. And those child options that are not enabled, you can hover over to be able to see what needs to be set in order to enable that particular feature or option. We've also added some SAML single sign-on documentation for those using Shibboleth and other SAML connections. Let's have a feature walkthrough. The first thing on getting 24.2 is you must be on version 24.1, the base image. And you can go to the administration console and do the online update to get these features. The features include the bulk edit for request groups. There's request group link within the details of the ticket. We reveal all the privileges in the administration console, as well as modernization of CMDB. So let's cover a couple of those right now. We have 3 requests in here. You can see there's network connectivity issues. And we can see we've been out to this particular one and it's open. The others are pending. We haven't sent anybody out yet or assigned them. So we have the request number 13 here that we've investigated. The technician came back and said it's a network issue. Most likely all of these in the same area seem to be having the same issues. So we're going to go ahead and group them together. So we'll go into incident groups. We've created a network issue group. All right. And this is a high condition for multiple devices not connecting to the network. We'll go ahead and go into analysis. We see and find those tickets. Now, all tickets would show up here, but since these 3 are the only in the system, they're showing up. So we'll go ahead and do an add. And you can see elements here now are in there. We have 13 is open. We have the others pending. Now we're going to go ahead and open the other 2 using the bulk. So that way we can easily have them all open and they're being worked on. Okay. And we're going to go at this point, you can do other things too. The urgency is high or urgent. You can change workflows. You can do different things as well as notifications for customers and technicians. You can also go into these and go into the classifications of each of these types as well. And we can go ahead and hit save. And again, if you have them all checked and you're doing a bulk action, you can see what devices are this bulk action goes against. It's all 3 of these devices. Okay. So back into the incident groups, we have the elements. They're all open now and we have everything set. We're working on the condition and we're going to go check the particular request now, which involves the second feature of this particular release. is if you notice we opened up the details of a particular request that's in a group, we do have a linked group here now. These are tickets that are grouped with this ticket. This is actually the linked group. So if we were to select this, it takes us directly to that particular group so we can manage it from there. Again, within the details of the ticket, you can see not only the tickets that are grouped with it or linked to it, but also the linked group that we can manage all of the tickets from. All right. So let's go to that group. We're going to go to elements. We're going to check all the boxes because now we've resolved this. We're going to go to bulk. We're going to go ahead and say close resolved and actually put another mention in here. This is closed updated firmware on a router. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and hit save. All right, so that's the description. Now, the other thing we didn't do is also in the bulk, you have attachments and notes. You can also set notes in here as well. Closed. And I'm just doing this for details so that you can see the outcome of those. You also have the visibility, whether it's private or public, and whether customers and technicians get notification of this particular note. We can hit save. We can hit save of the group changes. You can see they're all closed and resolved. If we go over to the requests, select one, we can then go down to the audit. And for those group notes, they have been attached here, and you can see that it's closed, resolved. So it's all audited as well, which group it was within. So we got the closed ticket message there. We have the other details that the group was closed. So you have all those details listed in the individual ticket as well as the group. Okay. The next section of the features is going to configuration. And as you know, we did outages last time, changing to the new view and format. We did manufacturers this time. And again, you get all the new look and feel as well as the actions off to the right. If they're applicable, going into them, you have more of a view, modern view here. Okay. Again, you have your edit over to the right, you have your delete over to the right, and this matches up with what we've been doing before. Next time we'll do vendors, but this is the old style with the buttons up here and the list. All right, we're slowly going through that, so we put the Angular Spring coding in so that way we can actually code faster when we have new features. All right. The next one is the privileges. If we go into the setup of the privileges, you'll notice that all the child privileges are viewable now. Not selectable until we can actually turn on their parent, but each one has a tooltip, so you know what needs to be turned on in order for you to enable this child feature. So if we were to turn this to yes, now we're able to modify these. All right. And that goes across the board for each of the portals and the system and the requests. All right. They all have parent child in there somewhere. You'll see under requests, we have this one has to be on before you can do the RFCs here. All right. And we did some documentation changes for SQL sign-on for Shibboleth. So if you have Shibboleth in your environment and want SQL sign-on to ZSD, you can configure that. And those fixes are also in this particular release to be able to do that. That concludes this feature set for ZENworks Service Desk 24.2. Now let's talk about some supporting documents and references. Going to our documentation page, you obviously have the system planning and deployment administration guide and user guide. There's also ZENworks integration and store guide, and the commonly used ZSD system customization cookbook, along with other references here. The community reference sites that might be advantageous for your particular configuration of Service Desk are listed here. This concludes our ZENworks Service Desk features that are new in version 24.2. Have a good day.